Hi everyone, in this video I'm gonna walk you through a 14-day itinerary for your Vietnam trip based on my 5 years of experience as a local tour operator here. If you're planning to visit Vietnam for the first time, this video guide will save you a ton of time and make your trip much smoother. Alright, let's get started. Vietnam has two major international airports, which are in Hanoi and Ho Chi Minh City. These cities are also two biggest cities in Vietnam. You can start your journey either by flying into Ho Chi Minh City and traveling northward, or by starting in Hanoi and heading south. Both directions work well, and in this video, let's say you start your trip from Hanoi. During 2 weeks, you will visit our most famous destinations in Vietnam: Hanoi, Sapa, Ninh Bình, Hạ Long Bay, Huế, Hoi An, Đà Nẵng, and Ho Chi Minh City. Let's start with day 1. Arrive in Hanoi and have a city tour. Hanoi is the capital of Vietnam. It has long history and therefore there's so much things to see here. In the morning, you can choose 2 out of these 3 famous places to visit, depending on how much time and energy you have. The first one would be Ho Chi Minh Mausoleum. This is where the body of Vietnam's first president is kept. Many Vietnamese people come here to show respect to him. The second one is Temple of Literature. This is considered the first university in Vietnam. It's a quiet place with traditional Vietnamese architecture. And the third one is Hỏa Lò Prison Museum, also known as the name Hanoi Hilton. It was used during the war, and even American pilot John McCain was held here. In the afternoon, let's relax at Hoàn Kiếm Lake, right in the center of the city. It's a peaceful spot where locals come to work, talk, and just enjoy the view. There's even a legend about a king and a magic sword in this lake. Right next to the lake is the beautiful Ngọc Sơn Temple, sitting on a small island. You can cross the famous Red Bridge to get there. It's a great place to take pictures. And the last one, also the most interesting part in day 1. Let's check out the fun and exciting Hanoi train street, where the real train passes super close to local houses and cafes. It's a bit crazy, but very cool. Just be careful and listen to the locals. And I will put the train schedule here for later use. Remember that the train schedule can be changed without notice. So if you want to have update about train schedule when you arrive Hanoi, just feel free to text me anytime. I will put my WhatsApp number in the description down below. That's all about things to do in Hanoi on day 1. And for the food, you must try some famous Hanoi food like phở, which is beef noodle soup, and it is the most popular food in the north of Vietnam. The next one you can try is bánh mì, which is Vietnamese sandwich with stuff inside. Bún chả, which is grilled pork with noodles. And the famous egg coffee. Yeah, you heard me right. It's coffee with egg and it's very delicious. I also added the address of best restaurants to have each food so you can save it for later use. Day 2, Hanoi to Sapa. Sapa is a beautiful mountain town in the north of Vietnam. By visiting here, you have a chance to meet local people, see the mountains, and go trekking in the rice fields. In the morning, you're heading up north to the beautiful mountains of Sapa. Your day starts quite early, around 6 a.m. You will get picked up from your hotel in Hanoi's old quarter. From there, you hop on a big and comfy bus and begin your journey to Sapa. In the afternoon, after arriving Sapa at around 2:30 p.m., you head to Cat Cat village, just a short drive from town. This village is home to the Black Hmong people and is located deep in the valley at the foot of Phan Xipang Mountain, the highest peak in Vietnam. You will see some famous attractions here: the daily life of the villagers, how they farm, make traditional clothes, and live with nature. It's very peaceful, green, and feels like a totally different world from Hanoi. For the local food here, there are two famous food that you must try. Lẩu cá tầm, which is sturgeon hot pot, perfect for cool mountain weather. And the second one is bánh hạt dẻ, which is chestnut cake, a sweet snack you find at every corner. Day 3, Sapa, back to Hanoi. Today you're heading to Ta Van village this morning, the home of the Zai ethnic people, set among breathtaking rice terraces and mountains. From here, you'll trek through the lush rice fields and along the Mueang Hoa stream, passing by the small wooden homes and local farms. The trail is about 9 kilometers and takes around 3.5 hours, offering stunning views of the Hoàng Liên Sơn Mountains. If it's harvest season, you might see villagers working in the yellow rice fields or children playing by the stream, a truly authentic experience. In the afternoon, you will take a short rest and get back to Hanoi. Day 4. Hanoi to Ninh Binh. Ninh Binh is the former capital of Vietnam. This morning, you're heading out of Hanoi again, this time to visit one of the most beautiful and peaceful places in northern Vietnam, Ninh Binh. It's sometimes called Hạ Long Bay on land because it's limestone mountains and green rice fields. The first stop is Múa Cave. This is where you will do a bit of hiking, about 500 steps up to the top of a limestone peak. It sounds tough, but once you reach the top, the view is breathtaking. You'll see rice fields, winding rivers, and the whole valley from above. It's one of the best photo spots in Vietnam. In the afternoon, you go to Thung Nham Bird Valley and ride a bicycle through quiet villages and rice fields, feeling the peace of the countryside. And guess what? This place is also home to thousands of wild birds. In the late afternoon, they fly back to the trees and it's like watching a nature show. So don't forget your camera. Every time when you're done exploring, it's time to eat. In Ninh Binh, people are very proud of their local dish, goat meat. You can try grilled goat, steamed goat, or goat with lemongrass. It's very popular here. Day 5, Ninh Binh, back to Hanoi. In the morning, you start with a visit to Big Dog Pagoda. It's a small and ancient pagoda built into a side of a mountain. You walk up some stone steps and pass through beautiful gates, trees, and caves. Some parts are even hidden inside the mountain. It's calm, spiritual, and gives you great views of surrounding countryside. Next, it's time to relax and enjoy the nature with a boat ride in Tam Cốc. You'll sit on a small rowing boat, and I will tell you one fun fact. The boat drivers here can use their feet to row. You will float through rice fields, under limestone mountains, and pass through dark caves. It's quiet, peaceful, and super photogenic. In the afternoon, you head to Hoa Lư ancient capital. This was Vietnam's capital over 1,000 years ago. In 10th century, you visit two small temples, one for King Dinh and one for King Lê, two important kings in Vietnamese history. The temples are simple but beautiful, surrounded by mountains and peaceful gardens. Walking around here makes you feel like you're stepping back in time. You will learn about some cool stories about battles, kings, life, traditions, and how this place used to be the center of Vietnam. Then in late afternoon, you return to Hanoi to rest. Day 6, Hanoi to Hạ Long Bay. Today is super special because we are heading to one of the most famous natural wonders in the world, Hạ Long Bay. In the morning, you take a bus from Hanoi to Hạ Long. When you arrive, you get on a boat and start your Hạ Long Bay cruise. The boat sails past hundreds of limestone islands rising from the water like giant rocks. It's calm, quiet, and so beautiful. Your first stop is Surprising Cave. You're probably wondering why it's named called Surprising Cave. When you enter the cave, it looks small at first, but as you walk deeper, it suddenly opens into a huge space with high ceilings, colorful lights, and rock shapes that look like dragons, animals, and even people. You'll say wow a lot, just like everyone else. After that, you'll get on a smaller boat to go through other caves. Then you can go kayaking or swimming on some islands. As the sun sets, the bay becomes even more magical. Golden light on water, birds flying and boats floating slowly. Trust me, this is a moment you will remember forever. In the evening, you can have a massage, squid fishing, or take part in a cooking class. And for the food, of course, seafood. On the boat, you will enjoy a fresh meal with shrimp, squid, fish, and more. It's tasty and perfect after a long day of exploring. Day 7. Hạ Long Bay to Huế. This morning, you're still waking up on the beautiful waters of Hạ Long Bay. Start your day with something special. Tai Chi on the top deck. The fresh air, the sound of gentle waves, and the sunrise behind the limestone cliffs is peaceful, calming, and honestly one of the best moments of the whole trip. After breakfast, we make one last stop, Thiên Cảnh Sơn Cave. This hidden cave is up a short climb, but inside you will be amazed. The rock formations are like natural sculptures. Some look like lotuses, some like animals. It's quiet, magical space inside the heart of a limestone island. By late morning, the cruise heads back to the harbor, and then it's time to say goodbye to Hạ Long Bay. Around noon, you hop on a bus back to Hanoi, then catch a short flight to Huế, the ancient capital of Vietnam. Huế used to be the seat of the Nguyen dynasty, the last royal family of Vietnam. This city is full of imperial palaces, ancient tombs, beautiful pagodas, and peaceful rivers. But it's not just history. The place here is calm, the people are soft-spoken, and there's something really poetic in the way life flows. When you arrive in the evening, you will feel that quiet charm. Streets are lined with trees, riverside cafes, and glowing under lanterns. It's romantic, slow, and deeply cultural. And yes, Huế is food paradise. You should try at least one of these. Bún bò Huế. This is not far. It's a bold, spicy beef noodle soup with lemongrass, chili, and rich broth. Bánh bột lọc. These little dumplings are chewy, savory, and filled with shrimp and pork. It's a Huế classic food. Day 8. Huế to Hoi An via Hải Vân Pass. Today you will visit Huế, and as I mentioned earlier, it used to be the seat of the Nguyen dynasty, the last royal family of Vietnam, and the city is full of imperial palaces, ancient tombs, and beautiful pagodas. In the morning, you will start the day with a visit to the imperial citadel. This was the political and cultural center of the Nguyen dynasty. Think of it like Vietnam's version of the Forbidden City. You walk through giant ancient gates, explore old palaces, and see walls still marked by war. Even though some areas are in ruins, others have been beautifully restored, and you can almost imagine the emperors walking through here. After that, we head out of the city to visit Minh Mãng's tomb, one of the most beautiful royal tombs in Huế. This is not just a tomb. It's a huge, peaceful garden, full of stone bridges, lotus ponds, and pine trees. Minh Mãng was known as a strong and wise emperor, and the way his tomb blends perfectly with nature tells you a lot about the way Vietnamese respect harmony between man and land. Around noon, you will have a trip through the Hải Vân Pass, one of the most famous coastal roads in Vietnam. The road curves between green mountains and the deep blue sea. On a clear day, you can see fishing villages, deserted beaches, and the distant skyline of Da Nang. By mid-afternoon, you arrive in Hoi An, a small town that feels like stepping back in time. The lanterns, the old yellow buildings, the peaceful rivers, it's like a fairy tale. You can have a short walk and a boat tour here to enjoy the atmosphere. It's very worth to try, but just a little bit crowded in the evening. Hoi An has a unique cuisine, and here are 3 must-try dishes. Cao lầu, chewy noodles, herbs, and slices of pork with a smoky, savory flavor. It's only made in Hoi An. Mì Quảng, a colorful noodle dish with shrimp, peanuts, fresh greens, and a touch of turmeric. Cơm gà, which is chicken rice, a simple but full of flavor with turmeric rice, shredded chicken, and herbs. Day 9, Hoi An biking tour and cooking class. You will start your morning with a biking tour. Don't worry, the roads are flat and peaceful, and it's more like a relaxing ride than a workout. You will cycle through green rice paddies, past small canals and water buffalo, and reach a beautiful little village where the locals grow organic vegetables. Here you will meet friendly farmers. Roll up your sleeves and try watering, planting, or even digging the soil, just like they do every day. It's simple, fun, and gives you a real appreciation for how food is grown here. In the afternoon, you hop on a short boat ride along the river to reach the cooking school. Here you will learn how to make some traditional dishes like spring rolls, bánh xèo, which is Vietnamese pancake with bean sprout and shrimp inside, papaya salad, or clay pot fish. The food actually depends on the menu that day, and don't worry, even if you never cooked before, it's super fun and easy to follow. Day 10. Hoi An Ancient Town and Beach. Your morning starts with a walk through a heart of Hoi An Ancient Town, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. It used to be a trading harbor in the past. The first stop is the Japanese-covered bridge, probably the most iconic symbol of Hoi An. Built in 16th century, the bridge connects the Japanese and Chinese quarters of the town. It's small but beautifully detailed and a great spot for photos. Next, you will visit some of the traditional houses in town, like Tân Kỳ Old House and Phùng Hưng House. These houses are still owned by local families and have been passed down for generations. Inside, you will see a mix of Japanese, Chinese and Vietnamese architecture and stories carved into furniture and decorations. And there's one more thing. Don't forget to stop by the local tailor shop. If you want to get a custom suit or dress made, they are really fast, affordable and really skilled. After lunch, it's time to hit the beach. You will head to An Bang Beach, just 10 or 15 minutes from the old town. It's peaceful with soft sand, gentle waves, and lots of cute beach bars where you can chill with a coconut or cold drink. You can swim, read, nap, or just enjoy the sea breeze. If you're a sunset lover, stay until the sun goes down. The beach turns golden and the vibe is magical. Day 11. Hoi An to Da Nang to Chi Minh City. Today is your last day in the central Vietnam, and before we head south, we've got one more adventure lined up. The Marble Mountains in Da Nang. After breakfast, we check out and take a short drive from Hoi An to the Marble Mountains, just about 30 minutes away. This place is not just beautiful, it's also full of meaning. There are 5 limestone mountains, each named after the 5 elements forming the world in our beliefs: metal, wood, water, fire, and the earth. You will head up Thủy Sơn, the largest one, where you can explore caves, temples, and get some amazing views of the coast. Inside Huyền Không Cave, the sunlight streams through holes in the ceiling, lighting up statues of Buddha in the most magical way. It's peaceful, spiritual, and incredibly photogenic. If you're into temples and cool rock formations, you'll love this place. Around late morning, we head back to Da Nang and catch our flight to Ho Chi Minh City, also known as Saigon. Saigon is totally different vibe. It's modern, energetic, and always on the move. Skyscrapers, motorbikes everywhere, coffee shop on every corner, and a mix of old French architecture and flashy new buildings. Ho Chi Minh City is also the economic heart of Vietnam, and also the city with full of stories, from the war history to the new wave of the creativity, fashion, and food. Here you can try some famous food like cơm tấm, which is broken rice with grilled pork, pickled veggies, and a fried egg on top. Bánh xèo, a crispy pancake filled with shrimp and pork wrapped in greens. Hủ tiếu, a flavorful, light southern noodle soup, different from phở, but just as delicious. And of course, bánh mì, the perfect street food sandwich. Day 12. Ho Chi Minh City to Củ Chi Tunnel and City Tour. In the morning, you start the day outside the city in the countryside by visiting the most unique architecture in the world, Củ Chi Tunnels. This place is a huge underground network of tunnels used during the Vietnam War. Soldiers lived, hid, and even fought down here in tight, dark, narrow spaces. You'll learn about their smart traps, underground kitchens, and survival techniques. And yes, if you're brave enough, you can even crawl through a real tunnel section. Don't worry, there's an exit every few meters if it gets too intense. It's a very powerful place and you will leave with a deeper understanding of how tough and resourceful the Vietnamese people were. In the afternoon, we'll go back to Ho Chi Minh City and have a city tour. You can choose to visit the Independence Palace. This was the home and workplace of the President of South Vietnam during the Vietnam War. The building itself is frozen in time. You will see old maps, rotary phones, and even hidden bunkers. Notre Dame Cathedral and Central Post Office, right across from each other, these two buildings are amazing examples of French colonial architecture. The post office was designed by Eiffel, the same guy who did the Eiffel Tower. Inside, it's like stepping into vintage train station. Very cool for photos. Bến Thành Market, the perfect place to shop for souvenirs, local snacks, and get a feel of Saigon's hustle and bustle. War Remnants Museum. To be honest, it's not easy to see. The photo and exhibit are intense, but it gives you a real look at the human cost of the Vietnam War and why peace matters so much to Vietnamese people. Day 13. Ho Chi Minh City to Mekong Delta. Today, you're leaving behind the noise and traffic of Ho Chi Minh City and heading deep into the peaceful Mekong Delta, the rice bowl of Vietnam. This region is famous for its rivers, fruit orchards, coconut trees, and friendly local people. It's a place where life moves slower and everything feels fresh and natural. You will start early, around 7:30 a.m., and drive about 2 hours to Mỹ Tho, one of the main gateway cities to Mekong, and visit Vĩnh Trang Pagoda. This beautiful Buddhist temple mixes Vietnamese, Chinese, and even French architecture. You will see big Buddha statues, peaceful gardens, and local people coming to pray. Then you will hop on a boat and cruise along Mekong River. You will pass by floating houses, small boats, and green coconut trees lining the river banks. It's peaceful and calming. Just sit back and enjoy the breeze. The boat stops at a local village on one of the islands. Here you will visit a small family workshops where they make coconut candy, rice paper, and honey tea. You get to try everything, and trust me, the coconut candy is addictive. After lunch, you will hop on a bicycle and ride through quiet village paths. You will stop at a coconut garden where you can see how people harvest coconuts, climb the trees if you dare, and taste fresh coconut water straight from the shell. There's also time to relax in a hammock, listen to traditional southern music, or chat with your local guide about life in the Delta. Day 14. Departure from Ho Chi Minh City. So, it's the final day of your amazing Vietnam journey. Can you believe how far we've come? Today is all about taking it easy. No rush, just free time to enjoy Ho Chi Minh City at your own pace before your flight. If your flight is in the evening, spend the morning doing a bit of shopping. Head to Bến Thành Market if you want souvenirs, coffee beans, dry fruits, or local snacks. Or just grab one last Vietnamese iced coffee and people watch from a street cafe. If you missed any spots earlier, this is your chance to visit one of those and say goodbye to Saigon in your own way. If you've got a few more days after your Vietnam trip and you're craving white sand beaches, clear blue water, and pure relaxation, then Phu Quoc Island is the perfect final stop. Phu Quoc Island is Vietnam's tropical paradise in the south. When you land, you'll feel the change immediately. Palm trees, ocean breeze, and the slower pace of life. And the sunset is absolutely amazing. Perfect for relaxing after your Vietnam adventure. So that's the end of 14-day journey across Vietnam, from the mountains of Sapa to the river of Mekong, from the ancient cities to modern life. And if you need help organizing everything from flights to hotels to local experience, I and my company also offer private package tours in Vietnam. Everything will be personalized and customized for you. Check out the link in the description below or send me a message anytime. I'd love to help you explore Vietnam with comfort and meaning. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.